Oh, because it's recording. Alright, what fuck, MMA Weekly, fool? Yeah, I do these so seldomly that I don't even really remember. Oh, what inspired is I posted some videos of my music on YouTube, and, I started watching some old ramblings, and I was like, who was I, like, 4 years ago? A fucking douche. A fucking douche. A bald douche. I'm not quite sure what Kimmy was doing, because that was right when I got with her. Still don't know what she's doing. Don't know what I'm doing. Now she's a cool chick. Alright, fucking A. Shit that I like to bitch about. Let's see. First off, there's racism all over the board, apparently. I don't really think it's racism. There's a couple racist people. Jim K-Bear, he pretends to be racist. I think he really thinks he's racist, but he's like sat down and ate dinner with black people and just, he's been friends with black people. He's like me in that he despises that whole black culture of like hip hop and promoting being a piece of shit. But like that's not black. I don't know. I don't really know how to describe that, but I mean that's what he hates, that whole thug shit. Like, yeah, dude, fuck those people. They should be exterminated. But there's plenty of white people like that too, and Mexicans. They should all be exterminated. Regardless of color. I mean, just like you're glorifying being a piece of shit. Like, good job, buddy. You're cool as fuck. Look at this shit. I'm such a sellout. What is Coca-Cola? Where's my Bubba at, motherfucker? But, yeah, I don't know. Look, I'm a fucking barbarian now, ain't I? Got, like, my Amish thing going on. I'm gonna grow that motherfucker down. I sort of, like me and Tito Ortiz is a punk. We're the resident hippies, I guess. We both like psychedelics an awful lot, so I think that might be the connection there. What have I been doing in life? Dying, pretty much. Nah, it's really not been good lately. I've been looking for work. I'm not going to revert back to being a shitbag for a living. Because, I mean, a lot of people know, there were years on the board where I was a professional shitbag. So, I mean, I'm just barely fucking scraping by. I did just get a job yesterday. That's pretty fucking cool. So, like, it's good shit. Because West Virginia is always a bit behind the times. Like, our economy has always sucked, right? But then the economy crashed in the country. And then it always takes West Virginia about 5 to 10 years to catch up with the rest of the country, so, like, all the jobs vanished in the last, like, year or so. I don't know, it's been fucking crazy, really. Like, I have just been, it's been very hard to maintain being a good person. But I've done it, I think that's a testament to, like, I think that's really what it is when I was watching the old ramblings, is, like, I grew up, like, when the fuck did that happen? That's what's crazy about making these things, is like I can look back, and just be like, holy shit. I mean, like, I was such a goddamn, like, shit's in my face. But, like, I was such a fucking, like, douchemonger. Like, I just couldn't, I think the only thing you fucking monger are whores and fish, but, I mean, it is what it is. God, this shit's aggravating me. That is one of the uses where my fucking my popped out ears come in handy, is they can just, like, keep my hair out of my face pretty good. I should get it cut. It really hasn't been cut since I started growing it, because I feel like that's not hippie-ish, I think that's kind of what happened, too. I just turned into a giant fucking hippie. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, racism on the board. Yeah, I don't think K-Bear's racist. I also don't, he was a favorite of pretty much everybody on the board. He'd post videos like I did, and, it's a little sack, like, Jim was a really cool guy on there for a while when he was himself. And, now he's a caricature of, like, all the things that are bad about Jim. And some things that aren't even bad about Jim, it's just pushing buttons, I guess. I don't know, I lost my cell phone and shit, of course. I mean, I've been out of work. So I haven't really kept in touch with him or nothing. I do think he's fucking around, though. I really don't think that's his personality or disposition now. It's unfortunate, though. The board in generals went way the fuck downhill. Pat Sox fucking took his ball and went home for 3 days. I didn't know who I was going to talk about fucking Game of Thrones with. I'm on the 5th book, and I couldn't wait to just talk to Pat Sox about it. And He was like, you guys don't like black people, and he left. Which is weird, because I don't think he's black. I think he's like a cannoli-eating motherfucker that beats people up at Burger King, son. I don't think that. I don't understand why he was mad. None of the black people on the board got mad. Like, you didn't see James storming off or nothing. Like, James is just like, I'm a school of fucking 1.5 racist guys, and, also acknowledge that black culture is fucking retarded and detrimental to the community. Detrimental to everybody. I don't know. Yeah, none of the black people on the board got mad about that, really. Some of them argued it, but no, only people who got, like, super bent out of shape are white people. As always. It's who we are, I guess. We're apologetic morons a lot of times, and I don't know why. It's starting to go away, though. That is the one good thing about all these race debates. Which is retarded because it's over one white guy killed one black kid. Like, who gives a fuck? I think someone posted, like, 3 stories of black adults killing, you know, white kids that were, like, 17 or something. Because the black person was probably an upstanding member of the community. I'm not even speaking about the Trayvon thing. I don't give a fuck about those 2 guys. But, you know, in the black guys killing the white kids, or normally when this situation happens, the adult's an upstanding citizen, some punk kid tries to fuck with them and they kill him. I mean, like, good, shoot him down. It's one less fucking idiot we have to have grow up. Black, white, whatever color they are, like, fuck them. I don't know. I don't care. I don't know. I have friends of every fucking color. I have friends that suck dick that aren't women, you know? I mean, I just don't care. I don't think there's any one, I don't think there's any genetic thing that makes you predisposed to be a fucking douchebag. I think modern culture, I mean, I hate to sound like fucking Tipper Gore, but rap music does nothing good for the people that, the poor, project living people, no matter what color they are. Listening to that music does nothing good for them. It glorifies, just the worst parts of that community. It's not. And they'll always point to the exception when I bring this up. Well, there's this guy, and he rapped about positive things. Well, the rest of them rap about fucking pipe dreams that you're never going to accomplish and crime, which is, you know, fucking retarded. It's either some rich guy talking about how poor he is, or some, it's just retarded, or just, you know, some rich guy telling you about all the stuff he has that you don't. About money, good at selling drugs, and, you know, like, yeah, man. Grow up. It's a stupid fucking culture, and all the morons who buy into it are fucking retarded. Like, I'm not saying, like, rap fans or nothing, I just mean that music doesn't help that culture at all whatsoever, that's the people they're looking up to, and that's the, you know, the message they think's cool. Like, I mean, that's really a big difference right there, is like, you see a lot, I mean, there's black people like this too, you know, I'm not being racist, but you see like a young white guy or something, you know, some of them are dicks with they're all fucking postured up or something like that. But it's probably about half of them and the other half, you know, I mean, there's fucking white kids that are like emo, you know, they're like, I can't fight and I don't care, I can't protect myself and I don't care, I'm fucking Jojen Reed, my sister fights better than me. But 9 out of 10 black people, you'll never find a black person like that. I mean, it's like expected, oh, I'm a thug, I'm hard, shit, you know, like, no, man, most people couldn't fight their way out of a wet paper bag. Like, stop fucking, like, just because you're posturing up doesn't mean you're jack shit. I don't get that culture at all. Everybody's gotta act tough and mean all the time. Why? Like, how insecure as a culture do you have to be to fucking behave that way? I don't understand where that comes from. Like, we're all tough, it's ridiculous. Like, you're a pussy, and stop acting hard. You're a fucking, like, I knew a dude, he's actually a white guy named Tyrell. He's about 120 pounds, soaking wet. Fucking up, you know, like, no, man, you're not gonna do anything. Like, you weigh as much as my wife, dude. Like, if I fucking kick your ass, that's spousal abuse. The same with any grown-ass man that jumps on you. Like, stop fucking running your mouth because you listen to too much rap. Like, it doesn't make you tough to behave that way. It just means that you've watched Waist Deep way too many times. Like, it doesn't, it's fucking retarded. It's fucking retarded. So, like, there's my issue. It's not with any type of people or anybody like that. It's with fucking just morons, really, in general. Which, I mean, I'm a fucking moron, too, but in a different way. You know, I want to, like, put a couple blotters on my tongue and see the world crazily. Which, speaking of, I was on tour, and I bought some 2CP, which is a psychedelic. Tito Ortiz is a punk, actually introduced me to something a couple of years ago called 2CE. It's another drug in the 2C family. And I never had it. I'd had acid, you know, mushrooms, but I never had any of these really, really cool psychedelics that have come out since. So I got some 2CE, and, I remember I took it and it became like my favorite drug on earth. It became my favorite psychedelic. It's just magical. Like, he's such a cool ass guy for turning me on to that. Like, it was such a good experience. And 2CP is like that times a million. Like, and I never snorted a psychedelic, neither did Kimmy. And, we snorted it. Just 8 milligrams, you know, just fucking did it. And I mean, we're talking like 5 minutes later, I'm starting to see 2CE vision, you know, like the world's a haze of color. Things like that. 15 minutes, it should take you 3 hours to come up on psychedelics, so this is all very crazy. 15 minutes into it, we're both vomiting like crazy, because you're not supposed to come up that fast, and 2CP is very strong. So she's puking in a bucket, I'm puking into the toilet. The fucking world is a goddamn, like, 60s psychedelic video with, like, fucking water swirling everywhere, but it would go from, like, the most high definition perfect vision I've ever had in my life to, like, a blurred circle. So it was like, it had like a heartbeat. And I looked up at Kimmy, and she was this big. Like, she was this fucking big. I was like, I could put you in my pocket right now. This is crazy. It was like fucking Jefferson Airplane shit, you know, like when logic and proportion have fallen sloppy dead. Some Alice in Wonderland shit. Like, it was nuts. And I look at Kimmy, and she looked normal, but she looked like a toaster with a mullet for a second, if that makes any sense. Like those little bitty dudes. They're usually identical twins, too, for some reason. They got those little skinny heads that are like that long, the toaster-headed guys. She had one of those going on, but it was fucking crazy. And she went back to normal size, and I saw my foot. I was sitting just looking at him now, out of the corner of my eye, and it was fucking just massive. I was like, oh, my rational thought at the time, I was like, okay, I'm turning into a giant. You know, like, cool. But yeah, that was a really fun experience. If you can get your hands on any 2CP, I buy from Tor, I buy from Atlantis. I don't really like the Silk Road. The Silk Road's not my preferred marketplace on Tor. Atlantis is much better. They're better sellers there. I got 5 hits of LSD and 32 milligrams of 2CP. For like under $50. I mean, it was very cheap, and it came from England. I mean, so the dude shipped it overseas. I mean, just, you can't go wrong with that. The Tor network is probably the greatest thing ever. I mean, not only does it give anonymity to people that want it, it also allows people like me to buy drugs from the internet, which is awesome. I mean, it really doesn't get any better than that. I had some 2,5-B N-bomb. And that's another psychedelic. It's more ecstasy-like than I would say acid-like. Sort of like candy flipping in a way. And then I got 50 hits of that for like $30. And what was cool is they sent it in between 2 Pokemon cards. And me and Kimmy are big fucking Pokemon fans, so that was cool as shit. It came between 2 Pokemon cards, like sandwiched in between them to like hide what it was. Like, this could not be more perfect. I wasn't impressed with the 2-5 family. Maybe it's the B I didn't like, but I mean, it was okay. But 2CP is fucking mind-blowing. DMT is probably the only thing that blew my mind like that. I feel like psychedelic drugs are just the greatest thing on earth. I mean, there really is nothing better. I went on and on and on. I don't think I've been funny at all. That's the one thing when I was a douche, when I was a fucking retarded douche back in the day. I was really funny in a lot of ways. Hey, sweet tits! Yeah? Would you roll me a cigarette? Yeah. Thank you. But, that's fine. Just, like, roll it and leave it up there, I guess. But, you know, I was really funny back then, in a way. I mean, no, my big stupid fucking hairy barbarian head's blocking you, Bills. Oh, that's something bad. In my head, I come up with characters and voices all the time. It's just who I am. They have names sometimes if they say more than one thing. Like,
There's no two-story cigarette.
I am gonna shit in your mouth. Look in the ashtray right next to it.
Oh, here's one.
Boom! Okay, so either way, I do this shit, right? And, you made me lose my train of thought. You make me sick. So that went fucking nowhere. Like, that whole fucking build-up, nothing. Oh, Two-Door Tuesday's a punk threw that message at me on the board about going to some festival in early September. I wish I would have gotten a job slightly earlier because I would have tried to make it. He said it's in Virginia, which I'm a good fucking ways from Virginia. I'm
5 to 6 hours.
Shut your tiny face. I'm right in between, like, right at the tri-state of, like, Ohio, West Virginia, and Kentucky. Alright, so that's, like, I'm a half hour from Kentucky or West Virginia. Virginia's over there. Which, you know, most people, and I swear to God it's most people, it's not, you know, some people, most people really have no fucking idea that this is a state.
I know.
It's like, I'm from West Virginia, and they're just like, oh yeah, shut the fuck up before I come over there and I'm gonna shit all over your, I'm gonna shit on your boobs. Well, you're fucking, I'm gonna poop on your boobs, and they're gonna be poops.
You knew I thought.
They're gonna be poops. But either way, they're just like, oh, I got a friend who lives in Richmond. I'm just like, ugh. And it's like, oh, I'm from North Dakota. Yeah, I went to Sturgis a few years ago. You know, like, what the fuck, man? Pisses me off. This is a crazy fucking state, too. The worst thing ever, I never saw even, like, 5 seconds of it, but MTV did that shitty show. What was that called? That West Virginia thing? Buck Wild. There we go. And, like, that was a horrible representation of who we are. I mean, it was fake as shit. Like, none of us act that way. Some of the stuff I heard. I mean, what a stupid fucking concept that was. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, we don't behave that way. Like, we fucking eat dead animals, and, there's some inbreeding in the country. That's the one thing, that's how you piss a hillbilly off, honestly. Fucking inbred. And it's just like, the reason it touches a nerve is because, like, I mean, there's... I'm really gonna throw something at you.
I'll throw some at you.
Yeah, thank you, baby. But, there's a holler called 1 Mile out where I used to live, and I mean, everybody that lives down it's a Browning. How'd it get that way? How is everybody that lives down that road a Browning? Because I guess when you don't have a vehicle and you live 30 miles from the nearest gas station, I mean, you're gonna fuck what lives down the road, cousin or not. That's just how it works, man. People got to get their dicks wet. Shit, I did all the pictures. Ain't no problem for me. Shit, I kill a motherfucker. Now let's posture up. I've forgotten. That's our culture. I'm poor, so I have to posture up like that. I should listen to rap music, too. Make me feel good about myself. I'm gonna shoot some motherfuckers. Like, you're not gonna fucking shoot anybody. Shut up. God. I don't know how long this fucking thing's been. I probably won't even post it. But I should. I've changed so much. I can't believe, like, I watched those videos and I was glad in a way that I'm not that cocksucker anymore, but at the same time, like, it made me really fucking sad. That's why this video isn't funny. Like, what happened to me? Dude, I grew hair and it's like, I'm anti-Samson. It's like I grew hair and my strength is gone. Like, I guess I grew up. I don't know. It's weird though. I saw this one with this chick, Jackie, I used to know. She fucked me out of $40, as a matter of fact, so I saw her and I was just like, man, I'd like to stomp on that bitch's face. Because, like, I am all for, like, don't hit your wife or don't hit your girlfriend, but that, I never hit a woman thing. Like, grow the fuck up, dude. Some women need their fucking jaws broke. Like, don't do that. Only a pussy hits a woman. Well, some women get drunk. I've seen at the bar and get up in a dude's face because they know he won't hit him or something. Like, I've never had that done to me, and if I do, I'll punch a bitch right in the fucking mouth. Like, I mean, I'll kill a bitch. I'll shoot that motherfucker. But no, really, I mean, like, dude, if someone's gonna, like, cross into your fucking bubble in a threatening manner, like, I don't care if they're man, woman, child, Jesus Christ, like, that is a fucking direct threat as an animal, and you may respond to it. Also like that, like, if you fuck me out of money like that, I'm a poor guy, dude, I will fucking, like, I want to rip her apart. I just have a girl beat her up. No, like, I want to do it myself, fuck her. And this was, like, it's like 2.5, 3 years ago. She got back with a guy who, big shock, he was, like, 18, mean mugging all the time, because he listens to too much fucking rap, so it gave him this impression that he's tough. And, yeah, he decided to fuck me over. So, I mean, I hope they get in a fucking horrific car accident and die, to be honest with you. I'll shoot him. I don't give a fuck. I'll go to jail. Yeah. Man, I envy that. But yeah, the board, I don't know, man. I don't even know if I'm gonna post this because the board went to shit. Like, I tried to post some music I've been playing to maybe get it back to, like, being normal. And, I mean, there's been, like, 2 posts in the OD all fucking day. And I don't understand why. It's weird. Just, like, I know my music's not that great. That's why I felt like I had to do one of these. Because I was like, I haven't posted a video in a while. Rambling or otherwise. You guys will have to settle for otherwise. But I figured I'd do a rambling too, but now you guys see how fucking boring I am now. I got married. I mean, and then, like, what's weird is, like, that rambling started right at the inception of my fucking relationship with Kimmy. Like, the first one, I start talking about this girl I met that likes Opeth. And, like, it's weird, because that's her. And now I just, you know, I'm praying to fuck that one of us dies. No, it's real weird, like, once you've been married for years, it's just, you're a different fucking person. Like, I mean, goddamn, I'm 26 years old, man. I was like, I'm fucking 22 years old, I'm like, goddamn. What's weird, too, is people, like, we look back every couple of years and just think we were a moron. So, like, no matter what stage you're at in life, you're a fucking idiot. It always helps to remember that. You're always a fucking idiot. Don't forget that for 1 second. Like, really reflect on your life and think every couple of years or every few years, like, God, I was like thinking I'm a fucking idiot. We're going to be doing that 3 years from now because you're a fucking idiot. Like the rest of us. I'm just happy I can get some fucking bills paid. I mean, shit got crazy for a minute. And I did it legit. Like, that's pretty cool. Like, I've been thinking about, going to culinary school, honestly. Like, I can cook like a motherfucker. It's something I enjoy doing. It'd be cool to, like, actually learn how to do it. What I hate about that is, like, I need a little piece of paper that says I can do it. Like, I mean, I literally cook like a fucking madman. Like, I'm very good. But I do, I mean, I would like to get the knowledge I get from going to that, but it should be an option, or I should be able to learn it in a restaurant, you know? I think the reason, because the system wasn't always like that, and I think the reason it is to enslave poor people and keep them where they're at, you know, that whole college system. It didn't used to be that way. It was like, you can go, you know, but you can also, there are other ways. This is the land of opportunity, and now it's the land of a piece of paper now. Like, because no one has the money to really go to college, so they get student loans taken out, and then they're in debt, and someone that's in debt and actually is worried about paying it back is far less likely to bitch about their work conditions, so they're just fucking enslaved and they stay poor. Even if they don't feel enslaved and they have a good job, they're still giving up a significant portion of their income to pay back these debts to get a piece of paper that they earn that usually has nothing to do with the job that they're doing with it. It's fucking retarded. You should take, like, there should be just a universal fucking test, just like, okay, he can do this. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't know. Because, I mean, I'll never be able to afford any of that shit, and I don't have, I have Crohn's and no medical insurance, so, I mean, I'm so in debt with hospital bills, like, I'm never going to be able to get any, like, loans to go to school or anything like that. I mean, that's never going to happen for me. I got sick, you know. It's fucking retarded, though. But I've been thinking about trying to work that out and figure it out and go to culinary school and do something real, you know, because I don't really, that's one thing, that's my weak point. I'm just rambling on. See, these aren't any fun anymore. I suck. I'm a piece of shit who deserves to die. Now, like, I don't know. I'm not nearly as crazy as I used to be. That energy in me died. It's weird. Maybe this hard-ass life took it out of me. Or I just really think I grew up, and that's crazy. Because, I mean, I was a fucking idiot. Like, when I listen to myself talk, I'm just like, ugh. Like, crazy dude. But, like, fuck, I was the most arrogant man alive. Like that, I just can't believe that I was that arrogant. And I believed it. Like, Jesus Christ. I'm just some dude, you know, like anybody else. The arrogance is what gets me. Like, I can't see because, I mean, I think psychedelics are what did that to me. Like, I'm such a grounded person. And, I killed my ego with that, you know, in a good way. Not like, you know, self-conscious, it's just I killed my ego with psychedelic drugs. Like, that whole persona of just, like, who I was is just dead. I mean, I'm not trying to get pussy all the time, like, you can be yourself. I think that has a lot to do with it, too. Because all guys, I mean, that, like, I even said it, I think, in my first or second rambling about what a fraud I was around women, because pretty much everybody is. That's just how it works. Like, oh, I would like to be inside of her. I'm about to start lying. That's who we are. As men, we're just like, I will say anything to get inside of that. Well, guess I'm gonna end this little tea party. Valar Morghulis, I guess? I don't know.